reason why my heart needs a son, my soul needs a friend. So I run to the Father again and again and again and again. Before my first breath, running into your arms is running to life from death. And I feel this rush deep in my chest. Your mercy is calling out, just as I am. You pull me in, and I know I need you now. My heart has been in your side long before. Whew. Hello. That is such an amazing song. The name of that song is Run to the Father with Cody Carnes. Run to the Father. And that song totally broke me today. I'm just like, dude, man. Have you listened to the lyrics of that song? Do you know the song? Do you guys know the song? It's about my favorite song right now. And it talks about my heart needs a surgeon. My soul needs a friend. Run to the Father again and again and again and again and again. I love that song because many times we're so disappointed in people. We place a loyalty in men. You know how we are. We place a loyalty in men. It's like, this person would come through for me. This person would give me what I need. This person would support my business. This person would buy for me. This person would validate me. This person would encourage me. This person would do this and this person would do that. And when we don't get that, it is discouraging. It is disappointing. Whew, it is everything. And then your heart is broken over and over and over again. That song says, my heart needs a surgeon. My soul needs a friend. My goodness. Maybe it's just a season of life. I mean, that song does magic to me. And he talks about running to the Father again and again and again and again. Like there is no limit. You can come to the Father anytime, over and over and over again, and you would not be judged. He would not castigate you. So such a beautiful song. Anyways, how you doing? How you feeling? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening from anywhere you join me from all around the world. My name is Ade-Mabo. I am the Mindset Surgeon. And I am here today to continue on in our series, giving your business and mindset a revamp that it needs. And today, for a really short time, I'm going to be talking about your business and your clients are not your source. God is your source. So your business is not your source. Your clients are not your source. God is your source. So stop looking to people to save you. So really quickly, I'm not going to be here for too long. I say that all the time, but today I'm really not going to be here for too long. Here's the thing about your business. Sometimes we, just like that song, the reason we're disappointed many times is because we have expectations, right? You expect people to support you. You expect people to buy. You expect people to validate your existence, to validate your purpose, to validate your message. And last week I saw something that said your purpose is not a conference call. Your purpose is not a conference call. You don't need somebody had something about your purpose is not was not a conference call. You don't need too many people. You don't need anybody at all. It's not a group meeting. You don't need anybody. You only need yourself and one with God. Yourself with God is a majority. So many times the reason why we struggle in business is because we have these expectations that don't lead us anywhere. And so our heart is broken, our minds are shattered. We have no motivation to show up. We have no motivation to do the things that God has called us to do. So many times you're saying, I need my friends to support me. I need my family to stand by me. I need people to buy from me. I need people to validate my existence and my purpose and my message. I need people to vouch for me. I need people to like my stuff. I need people to uplift me and empower me and be my support pillar. And here's a bit of truth about that. I like to say that some people share the same job description as the devil. The devil's job description is the accuser of the brethren. So if the devil's job description is the accuser of the brethren, and people share the same job description as him, some people are going to come into your life and only look and only tell you, only point out to you, only notify you when something is going off, when something's off the rails. They'll tell you, oh, you're not great with this, you're not great with that, this is wrong and that is wrong. They only see what is wrong. They don't see anything that's right. They don't notice anything good you're doing. They only notice the bad stuff. They only notice the negative stuff. They only notice the times when you are not 100%. And it is your jobs to bring it to your attention. The accuser of the brethren. So the one question I wanted to ask you today, I said today is very short. The one question I wanted to ask you today is, what has God told you to do in your business? What has God told you to do in your business? Hello, Isakan, how you doing? Hello. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you, Doppelganger. Thank you, everybody on Facebook. If you're on Facebook going through StreamYard, feel free to say hello. I don't know you're there until you say something. So what has God told you? So I'm only going to be here for a few minutes, and we're just talking about giving your business a mindset revamp that it needs. And I was talking about your business is not your source. Your clients are not your source. Your job is not your source. God is your source, and you need to stop looking for people to save you. Hello. Thank you so much, Matt, for joining. I appreciate you as always. It's natural to want people to support you. It's natural to want people to buy from you, to like you, to validate your existence, to validate your purpose, to validate your message, to vouch for you, to uplift you, to empower you. But if you don't get that, then what happens? You get discouraged. You make the likes your mini god. You make people your mini god. And when you don't get that, you feel like you don't have any purpose anymore. So if you know that some people, their only job description is to be the accuser of the brethren, and they come to you under the guise of, oh, I just have a little feedback for you. Can you do this better? Can you do this more? Can you do this more? And sometimes you're not even as nice about it. And you wonder, you want to tell them, the whole time I've been doing things that you liked, how come you never brought it to my attention? The whole time that I've been doing things that were forward moving, oh, you thought I was perfect, I was 100%. How come you never told me that I was doing good? How come you only show up and you only come around to tell me when something is off? So the question I want us to answer today is, what has God told you to do in your business? What has God told you to do? So number one takeaway is that. Number two takeaway is, man is not your source. So these are vessels. Your business is a vessel. Your job is a vessel. Opportunities, these are all different vessels that God uses to bring to pass our desires. If you had faith for $1,000 or however much it was that you're trusting God for, He will find a way to bring it to you, even if you did not have a job or a business. It's just so much easier to believe when you have these different vessels. But I think it's important for us to go back to the foundation to say, hey, wait a second. God, even if I go through a whole month without having any clients, I still am entitled to a life of abundance and ease. Once you start believing this, you put less pressure on your business. When you start to believe this, you take away all the pressure that you have put on your business. So man is a vessel. Man is a vessel. Man is not your source. If you understand that concept, you will stop depending on people for the purpose that God has called you to. So I'm going to give us a few tips before I wrap up here. If you're thinking about maybe doubling income in your business, you're thinking about the next level, you're thinking about multiple opportunities that that God has placed in your heart. Number one, I will be open-minded to where the ideas and the opportunities come from. See, I don't remember who he was in scriptures. Was it Jonah who got coin from fish? Says, please help me. Bible scholars, help me. Someone wanted money for something. Somebody wanted money for something. Might have been a disciple or something like that. And he got a coin from the mouth of a fish. So in today's day and age, that would be like something totally out of the box, something totally never heard of. It would be like, this has never been done before. But imagine if you're 100% lasered into your business, your job, your business, your job, your business, your job. And God wants to bring in a mighty rushing wind of abundance. And you were saying, how can it happen? And this is why a lot of times our faith is tested. Oh, Jonah, right? Exactly. Thank you. This is why our faith is tested many times, because you're looking at your business and you're seeing how small it is or how big it is or whatever, but it's not the number that God has given you. And so every day you're waking up and you're going, how is this going to happen? How is this money going to come about? How is this opportunity? How is this expansion? Where is it going to come from? Because your tunnel vision on that job and that business. But I'm here to let you know that is not your source. Number two, be willing to change. So again, nobody pours new wine in an old wine skin. Nobody does that. So you have to be willing to evolve. You have to be willing to change. You have to be willing to ask yourself the tough questions. Who do I need to become to get this? Because remember, everything that we're asking for, we have to go there first in our minds. So for example, if you're trying to get to $10,000 months in your business, just a simple example, so it's easy for us, all of us to stay on the same page. You have to ask yourself, who is the woman who gets $10,000 in her business? How does she show up? What's her schedule like? What are her rates like? What are her programs like? What are her solutions? Who is she talking to all day, every day? What is her solution? If you're trying to get to, for example, $100,000 every month or $10,000 every single month, then you know that you're either charging premium pricing to maybe 1 or 2, 3 people, or you have a whole lot of people that you're charging maybe $1,000, 10 people you're charging $1,000 each, or I'm speaking specifically with the assumption that whoever's listening to me right now is an entrepreneur, right? Or coach. Or you have 20 people that you're charging $500 a month. Do the math. You have to be willing to change. You have to be willing to make new decisions. Number 4, you must be willing to take rugged action. Not the kind of action that makes you comfortable, not the kind of action that keeps you in the same spot, the kind of action that stretches you, the kind of action that makes you go, are you sure? God, did you really speak to me? Did you really tell me that I had to do this? Because I'm not sure anymore. I've never seen it being done before. I've never seen anyone do it before. Are you sure? The kind of action that when you take, even you will question yourself and go, really? Hey, you did that? You're not afraid. It's almost like you're high when you take the decision, and when you go to bed and you're like, oh my goodness, I can't believe I did that. And then guess what? You do it again the next day. You do it again the third day. You do it again the fourth and fifth day until you get used to being at that size. And guess what happens? You know, I love, I think I heard this from Pastor Sam Ade-Mabo. He goes, you cannot go without going within. Everything starts from the mind. Everything starts from the inside, the conversations you're having with yourself on the inside. So if you're saying you want to get to XYZ thing on the outside, I want you to go there several times daily on the inside. Because your subconscious mind does not know the difference. Your subconscious mind does not know the difference. It just recognizes feelings. It just knows, oh, she feels like $1,000,000. We need to give her opportunities and match her feelings. And this is why when you feel like crap, it doesn't matter what you show us on the outside. You're constantly going to attract crap. You're constantly going to manifest experiences that match crap, because this is what the true test is. The things that none of us can hear, the conversations that are going on in your heart that nobody can see, nobody can hear. Number 5, you have to be willing to see things differently. So number 1 was be open-minded to where your ideas come from, where your opportunities come from. Number 2, be willing to change. Don't tell me I am not an extrovert. Oh, I am not a talker like you, Ehi. Me neither. Me neither. Oh, I can't go talk to someone about my business. I'm not that kind of, God did not make me. It's not true. For every opportunity that he gives you, he requires us to evolve, to morph into something else, into a different version of ourselves. So the question you want to ask yourself is, if I am still struggling at this level, have I changed? Have I changed? Or am I doing the same things over and over again? You know, scientists tell us that we think about 60 to 80,000 thoughts every single day. More than 90% of the thoughts we think are the thoughts from the previous day. Can you believe that? Can you believe that? Did you know that? Hi, Peter. Hello. Oh, sorry, not Peter. You're saying was Peter that got the coin from the mouth of fish. Okay, so who's this? Can you tell me who you are? So at least I know you were there. Hey, Lambros. Hello, my Torontonian. Hello. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Lambros, I really appreciate you being here. So the question is, or number one, are you open-minded? Number two, are you willing to change? Number three, are you willing to make new decisions? Number four, are you willing to take massive action that scares you? And number five, are you willing to see things differently? Like literally, the prayer points is, God, help me see things differently. Because what you're going through right now is not necessarily a bad thing, but it's your perspective of things. So if you're going through something right now, you're like, oh my goodness, why is this happening to me? Why is that happening to me? Maybe it's time for you to step into a new level, but you cannot see that until you change your perspective. So you have to ask God, God, please help me see things differently. Help me see things the way you see. Help me see me the way you see me. Many of the things that God has placed in our hearts and not the things that we can see. Like we're like, ooh, who's that person? Really? Did you really say that I wanted to do X, Y, $10,000 months, I don't know, 100K months, or go around the world and leave a laptop lifestyle? Me, I see it in other people, but I haven't seen it myself. Do you guys feel that way sometimes? When you have these big dreams and you have these big goals and you're like, I see for that person, I can see that person living that life. I can see that person living happily ever after. But for me, I'm so accustomed to struggle. I'm so accustomed to pain and hustle. Oh my goodness, some of us are addicted to the hustle. And so we don't see ourselves the way that God sees us. So the prayer point is, God, help me to see things differently. The other thing I want you to write in your journal right now, I want you to whip up your journals, and I want you to write this out in your journal right now. In what ways can I shake things up in my business and in my life today? I don't care if you need to register for a course. I don't care if you need to go for a retreat. I don't care if you need to sending the proposal to something that you are not qualified for. I don't care if you need to put one foot in front of the other and do the thing that scares you. Here's the thing, it may not even work out the first time, but it's not about it working out. It's about you getting used to being a bad ass. That's it. It's about you getting used to having those conversations. Listen, I recently got into JT Fox's founders meeting. Do you guys know who JT Fox is? This is really amazing business guy. Anyways, I recently signed up for his founders meeting. What do they do there? They sit there and they discuss multi-million-dollar deals, like $100 million, $90 million. I'm like, whoa, it's a lot of money. But I wanted his ears to get used to hearing big money like that. I don't have $90 million to invest in the business, but I wanted my mind to know that this is normal. You're normal human beings that wake up every single morning that talk about $90 million deals. I don't have anybody around me that talks about $90 million deals. I don't know if y'all do that. Lambros, you got people around you that talk about big money? I don't. So I needed to sit in JT Fox's founders meeting. I signed up for that meeting. And basically, he just puts us behind the scenes to see how he closes deals. And I'm like, whoa, this is eye-opening. Like people talking about, oh, it's like watching Shark Tank. You're like, I'll put in 10 million for that. Oh, I want that. I'll put in 5 million. I'm just like, whoa. He goes, I only have 80 million. I love it. Love it. So what am I saying? The point is, Osafi says, let's all be badass. Yes. Thank you so much for joining. I appreciate you. Exactly. We can all be badass. But here's the thing. We have to get used to our minds hearing it over and over and over again. Because before you put in $80 million in a deal, you must have, stretched your mind to 200 million. Your mind would have played around with all those big numbers and you're like, yes, let's do 80 million. I could do 80 million. How do badasses become badasses? You're not different from us. They just put themselves in environments where they get used to hearing these things over and over and over again. So maybe for you, it's not even 90 million. And quite frankly, for me, it's not 90 million. Mine is like chicken change compared to 90 million. But the point is, we want to be in the environment where we're constantly hearing these things over and over and over and over again. That's all I wanted to say today, guys. I really appreciate you joining. I love it. I love that you come on here. Please tell me what your head moments were, what you took away from a little conversation here about your clients not being your source, your business not being your source, your job is not your source. None of those things are your source. God is your source. So show up like the child of God that you are. Stretch yourself. Put yourself in situations and environments to stretch you, that make you uncomfortable, that make you go, oh my goodness, I don't even know if I belong in this room, but I'm just going to sit here and just fake it anyways. Like not fake it till you make it, but like I'm just going to sit here and just act like I'm one of them. Do you know what I mean? So Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. Ade-Mabo says so much wisdom. Mwah. Thank you. I appreciate that. I really do. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you, Lamrose. I appreciate you coming on here today. Thank you, guys. So leave me your comments. Let me know what your thoughts are. If you're watching the replay, just go #replay. That's all I want to say today. God bless you. Have a wonderful weekend ahead.